Hi guys, Blake Wilson and Kyler Wright here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on beautiful upper Lake Taneycomo. It is windy and it's Friday the 28th of May, almost the end of the month. Memorial Day weekend has officially started and we are going to do the one cast for you today. Oh, let's see. So, today we boated up here. We are just about 100 or so yards above the boat ramp up at the dam. We're over here on the south bank, right behind this giant sycamore tree that's down in the water. We are going to be using fly rods today. Kyler's going to learn how to use this fly rod on the one cast today and fish in the really fast water with a fly rod. So our setups today here, we've both got 9-foot 4-piece 5-weight fly rods. We both have 5X leader, 9-foot leaders, and then we've got another roughly 4-foot of leader attached to that 5X tippet, and that goes down. On mine, I have a SA weight and an AB weight. The SA weight is 1.6 grams and that one is 0.6. And Kyler has 2 AAAs and an AB, which comes out to the exact same amount of weight, just a different way to disperse it. Below that, we are both going to be drifting size 12 UV gray scuds. There we go. And we're going to be drifting those about 12 foot in length from the bobber down to the scud. They have 4 generators running and 2 floodgates for a total combined release rate of about 15,000 cubic feet per second. So it requires a lot of weight and a big indicator or bobber, whatever you want to call it. And we got about 20 inches from the weight to the scud. You want to leave a good amount when the water's running fast so that scud has some room to move behind the weights. So we're going to drift this little section down here to Trophy Run, and I think we're going to turn the camera off and then we're going to go down to the golf course and drift down from there. These are just a couple of the real hot spots for the scuds lately. I mean, kind of the entire trophy area is a hot spot for scuds right now, but I've been doing really good in these 2 areas that I just talked about. So I'm going to let the boat get drifting to speed. I'm going to give Kyler some distance and let him go to the back of the boat. Alright, so don't cast out until the boat gets to drifting with the current, Kyler. Today we're going to be doing what's called water load casting. Whenever you're working with 12 and 13 feet of leader and a big heavy bobber, big heavy indicator, and a lot of weight, this is probably the easiest way to cast from a boat. You're going to flip that line behind you, flip it out in front of you. I'm going to get one more cast, get that out a little bit farther. I'm going to leave a little bit of line down here for setting the hook. And I'm going to try to keep my rod tip up at a 9 or 10 o'clock angle. Keep some of that line off the water, keep it from getting too much of a loop in it. Today we are dealing with a lot of wind. That's going to be a challenge for us. So we're going to be doing a lot of mending the line. Once that loop in your line gets pushing too far downstream, it'll push your fly too fast. So you want to keep that line kind of mended upstream or straight in front of you. Get the best presentation possible. It's a nice sunny day. Last night, I don't know total inches of accumulation that we got. I would be willing to bet that we got at least 2 inches of rain from the time it started kind of through the night. And that has got table rock on the rise. Beaver got quite a bit of it. And so it was at 919.5, I think, the last time I checked. And it's rising kind of at a rate of about 1/10 of a foot or so. Oh, there was a fish. Dang it. All right, I didn't pull it out of the water yet. I'm still on my first cast. And it's been doing that. Oh, there was another bite. It's been doing that every hour. And so if it goes over 920, if Table Rock goes over 920, I suspect that they will release more floodgates, possibly 20,000 cubic feet per second release rate. So we might expect to see that. That is a fish on the first cast, if I can land it. Don't pop off, don't pop off. Yay! Fish on the first cast. He's trying to get my rig all tangled up in the net. Come here, buddy. Wow, that wind is wicked. All right, there he is right there. Nice little stalker. And I gotta get the boat turned back around before we start doing circles. So we're right on the flat for the Trophy Run Island. This flat year-round for me is usually a good spot to use a scud. So anyway, that storm came through, kind of cooled the weather down. We had a nice morning start, about 63 degrees. We might be at a even 70 about now. The sun has come out, partly cloudy, and it is my kind of day for fishing. Minus this wind, it could turn down about 10 or 12 miles an hour, then it'd be perfect. Oh, we're getting shot at. Is it firework time yet? I thought next month was June, not July. So, one thing to note, Kyler, is whenever... Oh, set the hook. Yeah! All right, now keep the tension on him. Keep pulling with the line. There you go. I was just getting ready to say, anytime you see that bobber... Oh, he popped it off. Dang it. I was about to say, anytime you see that bobber do anything, set the hook. If it looks weird, set the hook. You might set the hook on a rock, but at least you're setting the hook. Once you have them on there, always keep that rod tip up in the air and keep that tension on them. If they manage to put some slack in the line, they'll usually throw the hook. Whenever these trout come up and feed on these scud flies, they kind of put it right on the edge of their lip and they feel it out, and they're pretty good at rejecting them. They can do it pretty fast if they don't like the way it feels. They also tend to get a little more quick with their bite as the sun gets higher in the sky. But these UV scuds are a great choice whenever it's nice and bright and sunny. That sun hits the UV and it really reacts, and the fish seem to like it. I've caught them pretty well on cloudy days with the UV scud, just generally it's a little bit better when the sun's shining bright. All right, Kyler and I, we've made it down to the Trophy Run sign. We're gonna reel in, we're gonna drive down the lake just a little bit to Andy Williams' flat, and then we're gonna work our way down from there. So we will be back in just a second. So I don't know if I said it at the beginning of the video, Kyler is another one of our new dock hands for the summer. I actually met Kyler one night last year fishing up here at Point Royale. He is absolutely ate up with fishing, and you guys will get to see a lot of them this summer if you come down to the resort. Anybody I find in the dark fishing every single time I go out to a spot is usually as ate up as I am, so. Got it? Is your weight tangled there? Okay. So today, as we go down the lake, the wind keeps changing the directions of where it's wanting to push us. So I am periodically using the trolling motor to either push the boat downstream or to slow it down upstream. Try to keep those indicators directly in front of us. But we're getting up to 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts here, so. Fishing reports for today. Captain Steve Dickey and Captain Rick Lysick both had a double trip today. I believe they drifted scuds the whole time, and they said the bite was still really good. Caught lots of fish both in the trophy area and outside the trophy area. Captain Jeremy Rasnick said that he was drifting some night crawlers this morning down below Fall Creek and doing pretty well. Oh, you got one. Oh, we both had one at the same time. Well, we almost had a double. We had a double miss. So we're drifting pretty close to the inside edge right now. I'm really just trying to keep the boat in the least windy spot possible here. We're probably about 20 or 30 foot off the north bank. Hey, Kyler's hooked up again. Good deal. All right, I'm gonna put the action on you, bud. Let me get back there with the net. It's hard to hold that rod with that much line going, isn't it? Oh. Hey buddy, I'm doing my fishing video. I'll call you back. All right, I'm caught in that rod there again. I still haven't figured out how to walk around in these life jackets. See where I'm caught? All right. Come here, buddy. Let's put the action down here. Is that your first trout on a fly rod? I believe so. Oh, first trout on a fly rod. You want to pick him up and show him to the camera there? Caught him. There he is. First trout on a fly rod. You got another fish?
Yes, I do.
Oh, he came off. So Kyler had just set his rod down in the water and he was getting ready to pick it up to recast it, and he had a fish on already. How about that? Well, that's funny. Oh, go ahead and pull that in and see if you can undo that. Your bobber got looped around your leader. That wind's not helping out any at all. Oh, oh, you had another one. Yeah, now you're getting the hang of it. It's hard to keep your eyes on that bobber. You want to kind of look up and look around, and it's always that moment when you look away that they bite. And here's one of those 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts I was talking about. Oh, I missed him. They're definitely biting it quick. There's no doubt about that. Might want to recast that, Kyler. And so when you're recasting, oh, there was a fish. When you're recasting, you want to pull this line in until that bobber's just a couple feet away from the end, because we know we still have 13 foot of leader to deal with. Take that, flip it back behind you, flip it forward, and let go of that line so it can shoot out there again. Yep, just like that. Oh. Oh, I missed him twice. Let's see. I heard some reports today that the fish kind of right up there real close to the dam are still chasing jigs and jerk baits around. So I'd say they saw enough shad to convince them to get up and chase stuff that looks like bait fish. We got a few boats out on the water today that you don't normally see on Taneycomo, and the next 2 or 3 days will be filled with a lot more of them. Lots of people coming out to enjoy the lake for Memorial Day weekend. Wow. That wind is brutal. Oh, wow, he ran away with that. Still didn't get him. Heard some reports earlier today from 2 different boats that they were catching some really nice sized rainbow trout by Short Creek on white jigs. As soon as I looked away. Yeah, there you go, jump into the net. Give me my scud. Give it to me. He's feisty. There we go. All right, go ahead and put your line on that side. We're gonna shoot across the lake here. We're gonna go right over the top of the channel in the Narrows over here. Now that's a maybe if the wind doesn't push us all the way back across real quick. Okay. Wow. Wind is really kicking through here. I don't know that we're going to be able to drift. You good? Man, it's really hard to cast in that kind of wind, isn't it? Oh, there's one. Dang it. Something that happens that you got to check sometimes, which I'm going to go ahead and pull this in and check, is that sometimes those weights can, oh, Kyler had one, swing and a miss again. Our batting averages are not very good today, Kyler. Anyway, those weights will wrap around the line and they'll shorten the length between the weight and the scud and won't let you get a proper presentation. So make sure you're checking that and make sure you're checking for moss. You won't pick up nearly as much moss if you're drifting them under an indicator, but you still will pick up some, so you got to check for that. Oh my gosh. Alright, we both just had another swing and a miss. They're definitely biting. They're not holding on to it very long, but they're definitely biting. Oh, Kyler got the hook set that time. Alright, now, when you get a bigger fish on, you've really got to let them take the line when they want it, okay? Because you don't have a whole lot of power against them with that fly rod. Is he coming up already? He's definitely a little bit bigger. Let me flip mine to the other side here. Yeah, I think that one's a little bigger. He didn't like the net. He's a dark colored one, real hard to see. Look at the belly on that fish. Nope. I cannot walk around the boat without getting my life jacket caught on that rod. Got a fighter. Oh, he's going for another run. Now, whenever he does that, you can give him back some line. If you put too much tension, it'll break that 5X tippet.
You don't know how tough that is?
5X tippet is about, the one I use is about equivalent to 5 pounds in tensile strength, but it's like 0.006 in diameter, which is probably more like a 2-pound test diameter. But it'll still break easy. Is he going around the back of the boat? Jump to the other side, jump to the other side. Let me get mine out of the way again. I'm just gonna reel that in. Really? Keep that rod tip up, keep the tension. This fish is a super fat fish. Oh, he might be giving up. I can't see in that water. There's quite the glare today. Oh, he's shaking his head. Whenever he starts doing that, you can give him a little bit of line. If he shakes his head too many times, he might get away from you. No matter which way I turn the boat, he runs away. Thought I was turning in towards him, but are you getting him tired yet? Oh. He's still got a little bit left.
Am I playing this too slow?
Nope. Nope. That's just how you got to do it. Oh, let him have it. Let him have it. That line up there connected to your fly line is not going to break. That's some pretty thick stuff. Oh, here he comes. Nope. Just kidding. I really need a pair of glasses on to be able to see him. Is he? Woo! Got him! Look at that one. No, he's pretty good size. All right, dip your hands in the water real quick. I'm gonna hand him to you. Maybe. If I can get that scud out. You had him hooked good. Let's just put it that way. There we go. All right. I want you to hold your hands out just like that. All right, and get one under the head, one under the tail. I'm gonna put the net underneath him and hold him up for the camera. There we go. Well guys, we thank you for watching today. Kyler caught his first trout on a fly rod and his biggest trout on a fly rod all in the same day. But we thank you for tuning in today. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll get out here and do it for you again tomorrow. Thanks guys.